Suburban Philadelphia is where we find the origin of this Belgian Tripel, which dates way back to 1997, a time when the Tripel style from American brewers was extremely rare. Now, Ron Barchett, the co-founder of Victory Brewing Company, and his wife were expecting their third child, and they wanted to celebrate the occasion with a great beer. So the other co-founder of Victory, Bill Kowaleski, already had the name picked out before the beer was crafted to celebrate the fact that Ron cracks up whenever he sees monkeys. It's that simple. No big prophetic reason behind the name of this beer. So this beer comes out in 1997, and for a while the recipe kind of changed, and then it would change for good in 2004 when Ron went to Belgium and he got his hands on one of his favorite beers. And the yeast from that beer became the inspiration for the current iteration of what we know as Golden Monkey. Now, Ron says that yeast works so well to maintain flavor and make it a drier, less sweet beer, just as I'd suspected. He goes on to say that we continue to work on it, and since around 2008, the formula has been the exact same. Now, this beer produces a lot of foam. So Victory actually had to purchase tanks to accommodate 25 to 30 feet of foam. Ron says that's about 20% bigger than we need for other beers. So the tanks for Golden Monkey are pretty majestic. And according to the promotional advertisement, they call it a magical, mystical monkey whose golden soul glows with the wisdom of the ages. This radiant ale is rich in the spirited tradition of Belgian-inspired brewing. Our Golden Monkey is both playfully delightful and profoundly satisfying. Exotic spice from the East rounds out this global journey to joy. Get on board, this monkey's bound for glory. And according to the promotional video on Victory's website, everybody has a Golden Monkey story, and that's really no exception for me. I remember this was the first true craft beer that I've ever tried, so it definitely has a nostalgic effect on me, bringing me back to my college days. I was immediately allured by this heftiness of this beer when I'm used to, the American adjuncts of the college years and maybe even a little before that, wink, wink. And also the clove and banana qualities were just something I had never experienced before in my life. So for the Golden Monkey Belgian-style Tripel, we have 9.5% alcohol by volume, very high. IBUs 25, Pilsner malts, Tettnang hops, and according to the notes, the nose is loaded with Belgian yeast character of banana and clove with an equally fruity body balanced with a light earthy hop character. Savor notes of orange and spice, followed by a dry finish. It does have a few awards under its belt, winning the Great American Beer Festival Gold Medal in 2014. Also, it won the Best Belgian Style Award at the Philly Beer Scene Awards in 2011. And it won the Golden Icon Award in 06-07. Now, in my review, which I posted to YouTube way back on August 7th, 2012, I found the nostalgic aroma harkening back to my college days and my enjoyment of the beer way back in the day. For me, it emitted a spicy, wafting aroma of orange and tangerine-ish quality, as well as cloves. The smell converted to the taste with the spiciness, and I admitted my nostalgia may have gotten to the best of me as I gave my score a little higher than a lot of people would give this beer. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Okay, I hold this beer near and dear to my heart. The most nostalgic beer, as I mentioned, that I've ever had, being my first beer that I ever had in craft brewing. I apologize for the bad hair day. I didn't just wake up. This is Golden Monkey, and it really underwent a little bit of a label change since the last time I reviewed this back in 2012. As you can see, we don't have that dark blue border anymore. We have the new Victory logo. The logo of the Golden Monkey does remain the same, it looks like, so at least that's something that had carried over. So, mystical flavors are going to enlighten me once again. I gave this a 9 out of 10 last time. Looking forward to getting back into this. Of course, I've had it several times since, just haven't reviewed it since then. And that whole recipe change story kind of piques my interest because, I remember a different taste of this beer when I was back in college, which I guess would have been the right timeline. 2002, 2003 were probably the first era of times that I've ever had this beer. And I remember it being a little more fuller, a little more sugary, a little more biting, I think. Of course, just kind of remembering that it's all been a haze, so I don't know if I actually really did like it, or if I just liked my memory of it more than the current iteration. So let's pour this into this chalice, see what we got with Victory Golden Monkey, getting a very, very light yellowish pour, getting a little orangey, and nice frothy, creamy kind of head to this, as you can see. Translucent, you can see my hands through it. I can already smell the clove esters, not even like really getting my nose too near it. It's already permeating my nostrils, as they say. So let's get the aroma now of Golden Monkey. Yeah, you know, it's just as I remembered it. Just you know, that banana, clove, orangey, tangerine-y kind of taste for sure in this. Extremely spicy, very much so, and just a very good-looking beer. Just one of those beers that I want to stare at for a while. I love the Belgian styles. As I mentioned before, Belgian styles are probably my favorite styles. Maybe IPAs are up there as well. Of course, IPAs, everyone loves that. But the Belgian style, there's something about the way they do it with the spices and everything, and the dark fruit kind of taste of the dark ales. Not, of course, with this one. That said, great aroma. Let's get the taste. Spectacular. Very hoppy. Getting that spiced clove taste to it. Just a great tasting beer. The banana esters are prevalent, but not quite overpowering. And I think the key to drinking this beer is to serve it at the right temperature. I've been guilty, and I'm sure many of us have been guilty of putting these babies in the fridge, having them getting nice and cold like a Bud Light would get, and then just digging into it. And that really hurts the taste of this beer. I totally don't recommend doing that. Try to keep it in that, I guess, 55-degree range if you can. Don't put it in the fridge. If you're going to put it in the fridge, make sure you take it out, let it sit for a little while. I've let this sit for 2 hours, actually, after having it in the fridge probably for 4 hours. And I think that was the totally the right move, because I've had this before, and it is a little off-putting if it's a little on the cold side. So from experience, I can tell you personally, this really is one of those beers that I'm not being snobby by saying serve it at the right temperature. I know some people might think, oh, you're a beer snob, you're saying serve, but I really think it makes a literal difference when you do it this way, in that the cold version of this is a little off-putting. But that said, I didn't think I'd be doing this. I gave it a 9 out of 10 in 2012. I think I shortchanged this beer a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and give Golden Monkey a 10 out of 10.